Hello, good morning. My name is Matthew Katalia, and this year in Dubai, I've had the opportunity to go beyond the classroom and experience UAE's business and cultural environment firsthand. During the GL activities, we went to Ferrari World, Ski Dubai, Warner Bros, and even the Emirati cultural tour, as well as a desert safari. Personally, also because I am a student of supply chain and logistics, I was even able to visit the Papa John's warehouse. And in this video, I would like to share my experiences, which shaped my understanding of how this region integrates culture, innovation, and logistics. And I would like to share my reflections using the PESTEL framework. So, from a political uh, framework, what stood out to me is how strongly UAE's government drives growth. For example, attractions like Ferrari World and Warner Bros. Aren't just about entertainment, but they're actually part of Abu Dhabi's, 2030 vision to diversify the economy, as well as Dubai's D33 agendas position the city among the top global hubs. Furthermore, policies that enable the free zones like the JAFZA attract companies like such as Papa John's. And as a future supply chain professional, I learned that these stable policies are good, and I look forward to the governance that is created in the foundation for global operations. From an economic perspective, I really learned a lot from going to Ski Dubai. This is because the snow in the desert is not only a tourist attraction but also a driver of lots of retail for customers, which leads to high logistics activities. My visit to Papa John's warehouse also gave me a behind the scenes view of how food logistics operate, and allowed me to dive much deeper into cold chain management and inventory flow. Furthermore, global trade gateways like Jebel Ali Port and the connectivity of Emirates Airlines, for example, showed me that the UAE economy thrives because of its robust supply chain, which is integrated into its retail outlets as well as its large scale for selling to the customers. From a social perspective, the Emirati cultural tour gave me a lot of insight into the local culture here in the UAE. We saw the richness of local tradition from camel rides as well as the cultural dinner as well as the performances such as the fire dance, for example. At the same time, the Warner Bros. And Papa John's experiences showed me that employees from multiple countries work here seamlessly with over 200 nationalities living in the UAE. This has a strong cultural diversity, and it's also a strength of the UAE. This taught me that in logistics, cultural intelligence is a very huge asset and is as important as technical expertise. From a technological perspective, we saw that Dubai is very ambitious, Dubai and Abu Dhabi. This is seen from Ferrari World's, thrilling roller coasters such as the Formula Rossa, which actually reflects, world-class engineering, as well as Ski Dubai, which relies on automation cooling systems to keep the snow, at the perfect temperature. Also, Papa John's smart warehousing systems was good because it showed us the, increasing accuracy and speed. Beyond that, we also know that UAE is pioneering in blockchain, as seen through the industry projects, which we have done for our GIP. So these experiences have taught me that technology in the UAE is not just about innovation, but it is about efficiency. And finally, from the environmental perspective, living in a desert makes the sustainability aspect necessary. For example, Ski Dubai made me reflect on the energy usage, and then we learned about the Mazda city in Abu Dhabi, as well as UAE's net zero 2050 strategy. Also, visiting the desert safari showed me how tourism can respect nature and culture while still having high value. Furthermore, the Expo 2020, which was done in Dubai City, stands as the global example for sustainability as well as sustainable design. For me, the lesson was that supply chains must integrate green practices not as an option but as a core strategy. And finally, legal. Everywhere I went, there were strong compliance frameworks. For example, Ferrari World and Warner Bros. Operated under strict security standards. Even Papa John's had a very strict hygiene and food safety protocols which were followed. This makes Dubai a very safe and predictable place for business, and I realized that the clear frameworks don't just reduce risk, but they also increase trust. Finally, looking back, my experience has taught me a lot. I've seen the ambition and the innovation, of the Dubai region in my experiences in, through the GL activity. I've also seen the role of supply chain, and through the Pestle lens, I can say that how the UAE combines political vision, economy diversification, social inclusivity, and technology, into one proper coherent system. As a supply chain student, the biggest takeaway for me is that UAE is more than a destination; it is a living model on how to connect culture and business. These experiences actually improved my academic experience here in SPJN, and I'm really happy with my experience. Thank you.